everyone, I'm Miss Bea, and I'm a speech therapist assistant. And today I'm going to be sharing with you a couple ideas on how you can target a fill-in-the-blank goal at home. And fill-in-the-blank goal is just one of those goals that just encompasses everything in speech and language development. It not only targets vocab, but verbs, functions, and it also helps our children really learn to listen to the words and context of other people's speech. So one way we target this goal in class is by having a select set of fill-in-the-blank statements. And so we'll go down and ask all these questions. So you talk on the, and we want them to say phone. You eat a, we want them to say something that they eat. You drink a, we want them to say something that they drink. But sometimes in the beginning, they need a little cue or visual cue to help them finish that statement. So instead of you talk on the, we have a little visual for them to say phone. That's right. We talk on the phone. Now in class, we don't necessarily have access to all the things you have at home, but what we do have is this little neat picture icon, pictures, and we usually like to pick ones that the students are familiar with, that they use every day or in class or at home. So it's easier for them to learn the vocab, learn the verbs, and their functions. So when they're starting off, we want to give them that visual cue. And depending on your child, you can start off with a nice field of 4. You can start off with a field of 8. Or you might need to start off with a small field of 2. Whatever your child is at, meet them where they're at. So you're going to have, let's say we're starting off with 2. You're going to start off with a couple pictures. And you're going to ask that statement. You kick a. And what's neat about this is if they also need a gestural cue, give them one. You kick a, pretend to kick a ball. See if they can pick the right icon without that gestural cue first. But if they need it, go ahead and give it to them. You color with, give them a gestural cue if they need it. That's right, you color with crayons. And then as they get better, then you can increase that field until this is super easy for them. And then once it's really easy, then you can start fading out those cues. And what's fun is what we'll sometimes do is we'll have all these pictures. And once they don't need a picture cue, we'll have all the pictures. And we'll say, you kick a, and then they have to say ball. That's right, you kick a ball. And then they get to have the picture and put it in like a toy box or in a box. Something that makes them feel, I did this all by myself. Look at me. So that's one way we do this in class. And we do have this therapy material available for download. But if you don't have access to this, that's okay. We'll give you another option with just using real toys at home. Another fun way you can target this goal is just by using toy items you have at the house. And this is fun. So you're going to start off with just like a field of 2 again in the beginning. And you're going to say, you brush your hair with, and we want them to say brush. That's right. You brush your hair with a hairbrush. And then what's fun about these is that you can actually do the action together, which is super fun. And then once they've got that and they're successful, then you can switch out and do it again. You drink a. You want them to say juice or milk, whichever one you have, before they get it, and then they get to pretend to drink. That's right. You drink a juice. And so this is another fun way you can target this at home. Now another way you can target this goal is using a book. This is the only book I have with me right now. But that's okay. I'll give you a couple examples of filling the blanks. And preferably you'd want a book that has a little bit more pictures in it. Not too much, but a little bit more variety than just farm animals. But this is fun because what you could do, especially if they're just starting off, is introduce some fill in the blanks with farm animals. So the horsey says, and they have to say neigh neigh. That's right, the horsey says neigh neigh. And then the cow says moo. And you can go through all the different farm animal sounds. Make sure that they know that, and then you can talk about what they do on the farm as well. This is a good way to increase vocab and language. Books are just great for everything. But here's one we can do. You put on your feet your... We want them to say shoes. And so this is a really good way to target that goal and just have fun. And remember to pause and give them that time to process. See, sometimes they need just a little bit longer to process what we want them to say. So be patient, take your time, and have fun with it.